guys, Han y'all, got our beer video today. But before we get into the beer, if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see, you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, that bell for notifications of new videos. Let's get into the beer, man. I got a Pfriem beer today. It is the port barrel aged Belgian style dark ale. Not a style I drink very often, dark ales that is. And then there's the Belgian style and it's port barrel aged. This was barrel aged for 7 months, I believe. Yeah, 7 months. This is the 2022 vintage. Today is February, I don't even know, 8th, 9th, 10th, something like that, 2023. This is 10% ABV, and there is no bottled on date at all right there. It is blank, but you can see the ABV right there, 10%. And then there's the 2022, or there's 7 months, and then there's the description or whatever it is that they put on the back of bottles. Yeah, so there's the little band on there, and then of course the cage and the cork. Very cool packaging, man. I like these. So let's get this into a glass, see what it looks like, smells like, and tastes like. So this will be my third Pfriem video, or will be my third Pfriem video. I'm trying to do a week of Pfriem beers. So I'm gonna upload, I'm going to edit and upload this one, and this is always, it scares me a little. I like it, it's fun, but then I'm also afraid that the beer is going to go freaking everywhere. It has before. Let's see. My face is probably, oh, there we go. Okay, I just want to say my face is probably very funny because I'm like scared, and at the same time, ooh, it smells. I can smell that already. Pfriem on the cork there, but anyways, like I was saying, I'm going to edit. Oh man, it smells great. It smells sweet. Yeah, sweet. Cherries, citrusy. Alright, let's get this into a glass, man. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna pour about that much, call it good. The head's probably not gonna stick around for very long, just from like looking at it. It's very thin, loosely packed. Well, obviously they're all touching, but loosely packed in terms of head for a beer. Pour with just slightly under 1 finger of head, and it looks very effervescent, man. It's just, yeah, the head's standing out. The color of the head, though, it's very, very light sand color. I wouldn't say white, but definitely very, very light sand color. Basically gone already. There's bubbles coming up from the side of the glass, the bottom of the glass. You can kind of see that. The color itself, though, it is a dark, oh, not dark, dark brown, cognac color, I suppose. Darker than cognac, a little bit, I would say murkier than cognac. Cognac's pretty clear. This is murky. Yeah, putting it to the light, definitely a dark brown color. Dark copper color, actually. I'm gonna go with copper. Orangey, there's definitely tons of orange in that. Let's get the nose. Good nose. It is citrusy with raisin / dark fruit aromas. Smells sweet, not too sweet. A little bit of tartness, a little bit of maybe cherries going on. A lot of odd, maybe not odd, but not a combination of aromas you would think belong together in a beer. So raisin, slight chocolateness, slight tart cherry aroma. And citrus, you just don't think of those combination of aromas when you're thinking about a beer. I also don't drink a lot of dark ales, like I said, so I mean, I've had dark ales, obviously. I wouldn't say many, but at least a dozen over the last, I don't know, however decade or whatnot. That's what I'm getting, man. Sweetness, tartness, citrusy, cherries, chocolate, very slight chocolate, not a lot. Let's get into it. Cheers. That's good. That's delicious. That is. Yeah, no, that's delicious. Yeah. Water consistency. I mean, it's just a regular consistency of a ale, like a dark ale. Dark ales, I don't think I've had any dark ales where they are very full-bodied or medium-bodied, whatever it is. Light in body, not light in flavor for sure. I'm gonna talk about the after finish just because that's the thing that's fresh in my head. Just came up. I'm gonna go with it's woody, it's earthy, it's forest floor, it's not herbaceous, it's more of a, I'm gonna say if you tossed twigs, leaves, pine cones, pine needles, minus a pine needle flavor, so maybe just take pine needles out, into boiling water, and you kind of just boiled it and, you know, basically made a tea out of it. My camera's gonna die, hopefully not. Made a tea out of it. This is what the end of the beer, the finish of the beer tastes like in my opinion. Slight alcohol presence. I've only had 2 sips, so I'm gonna guess that it's gonna build up as I'm taking sips. Taking another sip, there's definitely dark fruits. I'm not raisins, so I'm gonna say go with prunes. Prunes, yeah. Dark chocolate, no milk chocolate. Well, maybe, I don't know. Slight sweetness. I'm gonna say from the port barrel. I'm not a huge fan of port. I tried port a couple of times. It's way too sweet in my opinion. Well, it's supposed to be dessert wine anyway, so that makes sense. This is not an overly sweet beer. Hopefully my camera don't die. Not overly sweet beer at all. It has slight sweetness that balances out that woody forest floor tea-like thing in the back end. It is funky. I like it. It is different. It's not something you have every day. The alcohol presence is great. I like that it's 10% ABV, but it hides it fairly well. It doesn't taste like a 10% ABV beer. It's alright. So my camera died. I grabbed the spare battery, which is on its way out as well. I mean, it has like 4% on it. I'm gonna wrap this up real quickly. So like I was saying, check out Pfriem. They brew amazing beers, funky wild beers, saisons, gozas, dark ales. They make all sorts of stuff, man. Yeah, very delicious beers from Pfriem, and this is not an exception to that. It's different for me at least. Port barrel aged beers, haven't had many of them. I'm sure I've had at least one other, probably from Pfriem. But yeah, this beer is it's great, man. You can't hear that. Listen, it's so effervescent. You can hear it. Sizzle, pop, whatever, the effervescing when I swirl this. And slight chocolate, nothing too crazy. It's just it's a very well balanced beer. It's not something that you have every day, in my opinion. You know, your staples being porters, stouts, IPAs, pales, and lagers, right? So dark ales, not something you have every day. I mean, unless you're just one of those people who specifically only drink, you know, those other styles, I guess. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, this was Pfriem's port barrel aged Belgian style dark ale. I had to remember that. 10% ABV. If you guys liked the video, thumbs up, comments, questions, leave below. And as always, dream big dreams and believe all things are possible. Thank you for watching. Cheers.